What's the hardest thing about being a long distance father?
What are you saying, Mr. Jules?
You got more experience than me, bro.
It's it's not being able to kind of like see them every single day, like even if it's a little 15 minutes after nursery or something like that, and like the fact that when you drop them off, it feels like an eternity before you see them again. You know, that's for me personally. Like when I drop my girls off, like the highlight, it's a long journey. It's a long journey. It's hard work, but like it's the way home feels so much longer.
Of course,
You know what I'm saying, because it's like I've got nothing to look forward to from that point. I'm saying like until another, however long it is, another week until I get to see them again. It's just crazy. But for me, that's the hardest thing. It's the when I drop them off, it's the eternity between it, and I'm not being able to enjoy the little things like say picking them up from nursery every day, tucking them in bed, kissing them goodnight every single day. Like obviously I do it when I've got them, but it's just not enough. You know what I'm saying?
I think for me, like he's still young in it, so there's things that you're probably missing out on that I'm not gonna miss out on just yet. Because I don't know what the situation is gonna be by then. But I think for me, the hardest thing has been having to live fatherhood through pictures and videos. Do you get what I mean? Like, I'm not there every day, so I don't get to see things happen live. You know, his mum has actually done pretty well to kind of preserve things, so that when he started crawling, like I rate her still because she purposely didn't allow me to see him crawl. Cause I FaceTime and that.
Okay.
She didn't let me see him crawl
Until you saw
until
it.
I was there, innit?
That's love.
And she's like, and then she told me he's been crawling since like Wednesday.
Yeah.
And so obviously, it was Saturday when I saw. So every time on FaceTime, he's there getting frustrated because he's in her arms, innit? You know what I mean? You don't want to talk. You don't want to see him in it because you just want to be on the floor. But she hid it well, which I rate. So she's actually tried as much as she can to preserve those special moments for me. Because like when I saw him crawl, I was gassed. Like I was genuinely like, like my G. I was literally like, yeah, my
boy.
G. Not even my boy. I was like my G. I should say my boy, but I was like my G. Literally, because she was like, he was over there by his auntie. His auntie put him down. She was like, and he just, and I was like,
man,
I was gassed. Like I was like, I've been waiting for him to crawl for ages, innit? Like when I think about it now, though, when he was a lot less hassle when he wasn't crawling because it was one place. Like after what, like he's adventurous, innit? And now he's pulling up himself, like he's just active. But just living through pictures and videos is hard because and I wouldn't say I'm envious of anyone because it's not. This is the situation, and I knew this was gonna be the situation. I wasn't gonna be there, but it's like sometimes I'm just like, raw. I wish I could be there all the time to see and interact. Like I've never you don't get to see him really wake up in the morning every day. You don't get to see that. Like he's happy when he wakes up. He's bouncy, like, and just seeing all of that, seeing his personality all the time. I don't get that, and I think I guess the unfortunate thing is I'm never going to. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because of the situation. But that obviously me and his mum endeavour to kind of make sure that somehow there's never a lack as such. But I think that's what's been difficult so far anyway. Just having to literally sometimes feel like there's been times where the weekends have come and it's like I haven't been able to go down for like 2 days or whatever, and it's like, okay, there's a 2-week gap now. And so much has happened in those 2 weeks. Yeah,
especially
when he's young, innit? There's so much to change. Like so much has happened in those 2 weeks, and you don't experience it, and it's hard, innit? And I think, that's the distance really, it really does make a difference.
It really does make a difference. Like I was lucky, you know, because I saw both of their first steps. Like I was there for both of their first steps. Both of their first steps, I could have easily missed it. I was there when Bella said Dada for the first time. And I think Bay as well. Like, I think so. I was lucky. You know what I'm saying? I was lucky. The times are just there, but I could have so easily missed it with being a long distance dad. You know what I'm saying? Because how are you gonna call me like when I'm like an hour, 2 hours away and say, oh, they're about to take their first steps. Like I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not Superman. So you're not gonna get there, innit? So it's like it's those moments where you kind of think, oh, yo, I wish things were so much different. So much different because it's hard, but it's hard. And like, obviously now Bella's like, oh, daddy, it's 2 more sleeps before you come and get me. And how many sleeps before, like, you know what I'm saying, how many sleeps is it? And he said, oh, daddy, I was waiting 2 sleeps and now you're here. And you know what I'm saying, like, obviously it's nice, like, when she's there. And that's and they're my babies, like, you know what I'm saying, they're my angels, but it's difficult to leave them. You know what I'm saying? I know that if they got a situation, you can't get there at the drop of a hat because they're not around the corner. They're an hour, 2 hours away. But I make sure that in any situation, anything that goes, I'm there. I'm saying I'm there as quickly as I can be. And that's what you have to do, regardless.
Yeah.
Just be there.
Give me
be
advice.
on call. Huh? No, 100.
I'm still new to. I'm only got 10 months in it. So
yeah, always. And the thing is, like, everything gets dropped. Like, they've got a problem, everything gets dropped. Boom, I'm there. You know what I'm saying, and that's the way that I feel that it has to be regardless of where I am. I could be in Tim Buk Tu, but if it's like one of my girls, I'm there. Yeah, so like it's difficult being a long distance dad.
Nothing can be instant. Like you said, in those moments, nothing can be instant. When you think about it,
you have to do your best.
Like even down to like my experience of it was when labour, it was like, oh, no matter what,
I can't be there in a
heartbeat. There's literally two and a half hours straight. There's always a 2.5 hour gap.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? There's always a 2.5 hour gap between me and him, and it's just, it does take its toll.
Yeah.
And I guess like because he's still young, you know, having him isn't really something that happens all the time or whatever. So I haven't really got to experience the dropping off thing, but you know, it's not even like when I leave, innit? You know what I mean? I think
you feel
like,
it, innit?
he loves his mum. I'm not gonna lie. There's only been one time when he cried.
Yeah,
he cried when I left. I was gassed. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's a nice feeling.
Yeah, I was like holding you.
It's a nice feeling. Not because you think, oh, okay, they don't want to be.
But it's nice to know that.
It's nice to know that they love you and you're wanted and your kind of presence is valued.
It's nice to know that. It's nice to know that they know who you are.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I think he's little, so he didn't really know. I think he knew who I was, but he didn't really know who I was for a while. But now I know. I can tell that he knows.
Daddy, boy.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No.
Well, I'm not gonna know when he says daddy for the first time or dada, because all he says is da 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 da. Anyway, that's his thing, isn't it?
I have to decipher.
That's what he does. That's what he does. He says da 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 da.
Yeah, like
that's what he does, isn't
it?
Hey, you always man. But yeah, that's this. I think literally the lack of being able to be instant is difficult. Do you know what I mean? But
you're getting called a part timer. How's that feel?
Bro, it burns, man. But then you know what? It burns, but I'm not saying I understand where they're coming from, but sometimes they're taking the load, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like she takes a lot of the load.
That's why I don't. When that happens, and when that has happened, I'm not saying, man. You know what I'm saying? Because really, truthfully, it's a stress and a strain, and I know that it's coming from a place of like probably tiredness, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, probably tiredness as well. I'm like, yo, man, was switching a heartbeat. Because really, truthfully, it's different. It's different. Different pressure, different stress and different strain. Like, obviously, from our point of view, I'm like my heart hurts. The fact that I can't be with them every day. You know what I'm saying? But with them, like, they are with them every day, and sometimes it's tiredness. Like, I'm tired. Like, this kid is like running. You know what I'm saying? Doing the madness or doing the most. But like, I'm like, in my position, I'll switch in a heartbeat. But it's easy to say like that. You feel me?
It's easy to say that. When you're in the moment and those words are getting sprayed, it can be difficult. But I guess, I think for me, and I think that's where I've kind of gone wrong at points. Like, I've not been able to see or chosen to see the other side of things as well. And
the process, man.
And my
difficult,
actions,
bro.
Yeah, and my actions haven't really been as wise as they should have. But at the same time, it's hard, man, because as much as you're tired or whatever, and you're on it 24/7, you know, I still have to deal with the fact that I'm not able to be a dad like the way that I experienced my dad. Do you know what I mean? My dad was there all the time. As much as he might not have been there all the time, my dad was there all the time. And at the moment where I can't really have a verbal conversation with him, do you know what I mean? I'm not able to be like, he's not responding to me. So I can't call him every day and be like, son, how are you, man? I can't do that at this present moment.
That's what it's like. Yeah.
So there's a barrier there, and there's a barrier in that anyway. So it hurts more. So like, it won't be that bad when I can FaceTime him and he can see me and we can have a conversation. Do you know what I mean? Because there will be a communication, a relationship builder. Right now, like, he's not saying much.
Like, when I'm not there, like there's nothing kind of thing. Like, obviously you get your pictures and stuff like that, but he's not gonna talk back to you and say, "Oh, Daddy, I'm good."
Yeah,
kind of thing,
like sometimes I'm on FaceTime and he's more interested in the TV.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's what. So like my conversation really isn't between me and him. It's between me, him, and his mom. And then sometimes also when me and his mom aren't seeing eye to eye,
it's even more difficult.
It's difficult because then there's no real. Sometimes because in reality at this present moment, the communication isn't just me and him. It's me, him, and her, and more so me and her, and just talking about stuff. So when that breaks down, there's no like. There's nil really. The link to him is severed at the time. So I don't really. It's hard at that point. It's hard at them points, to be fair.
Especially with the distance, I
can't just pop round and be like, yo, can't pop round and just play with him. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not. So I think at this moment, I think like when things go left communication wise with his mum or whatever, it's like a disconnect, isn't it? It's a disconnect, and it's hard. And
I know I've been there. So
it's difficult, bro. It's difficult. I've cried, man. There's times where I've cried. Like I've literally just flipped through my pictures of you, and I'm just like, horrible. Like, that's how I build. That's my son, innit? That's my son. But when things aren't there or whatever, and even when things are good, but in the week, my relationship with my son is really just it's pictures, isn't it? It's like pictures and videos, and that's why I'm always filming. I'm always, when I'm with him, I'm just getting as much as I can, because in the week it gets me through, innit? It gets me through. I'm like, I'm going down the weekend, or like, okay, maybe not. If it's not this weekend, it's the next weekend. I can go and spend the weekend or whatever. And it's difficult, man. Like I think that's just the hardest part.
See, that's I remember that. I remember that time. Like, and it is hard because, like you said, like you can't communicate. So when you see him, that time is precious, and then obviously you're gone. Like with my girls, like I can FaceTime now and then, and they talk my ears off. They'll talk my ears off, but you know what I'm saying, I love it, and I'll never say, oh, yo, I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? It's always like I'll leave it to another party to say, oh, okay, cool, I've got to go and do something else. Got to give them their food or whatever, because I just love it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like another connection, although I can't be there in person. Yeah. Feel me? Like,
thank God for technology, man.
Huh? Yo, trust me, yo, boy. Like back in the day, I don't know what they could have done.
It would have been peak.
Yo, send pigeon messages to them.
Write letters.
Like, nah,
but
this
is
I don't even know how to write.
Saying, man. This is what I'm saying. Like, it's just yeah. And I think for me, at this present moment, I think my difficulty, is understanding that this is a process and it's a journey. Yeah. Because you had that particular stage where you know the connection was very much a threesome.
Yeah.
And now now they can hold their mom can just give them a phone and their mom can go do whatever and you're talking and you're able to do that. So at this present moment, I can't do that. So when the time comes, it will allow me to kind of build my relationship.
It'll still be hard though.
It's still be difficult. I don't know if it's going to be perfect.
It eases it.
It eases it. And I can't wait. I can't wait till I actually can just have a conversation, even if it's disjointed, because his language might not be perfect, but just being able to have like how are you today? So I'm good, Dad. Do you know what I mean? And just hearing that is going to be like, amazing. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I'll get you through days, trust me.
Yeah.
I'll get you through days when you feel you're not feeling the best, you know what I'm saying? You just hear his little voice and say, Daddy, I'm good, and boy, I'll just give you that nice lift, you know.
Man, that
feel me?
Cody, boy.
Tizzle, baby.